Hey there, guys. Welcome to Braden's Wrestling Opinions. And honestly, right now, I am not very happy. I just came back from APW, the Asylum show. I went here, I literally went out of my way on eBay to buy a major bendy of Heath Slater because I knew he went to APW and he comes to all these shows sometimes. I think he's only ever been to one other, I'm not really sure, but I wanted to go get my Major Bendy signed. The only reason I came out to this show was to see Heath Slater. If Heath Slater wasn't there, I would have never went. And so Heath is really what brought me out here. So I show up 13 hours in advance of this show, like the day of this show. Heath Slater posted a video talking about getting hyped up for the match. He's just talking about how he's going to take down Brino Royce and all this. So it's like, woohoo, this is going to be cool. Get to meet Heath Slater again. I've met him many times. But I really wanted my Major Bendy signed. So I come out here, and I'm not saying, like, this isn't just up the road from my house. This is a good 50-minute drive there and 50 minutes back. And then traffic can bring it all the way up to an hour. So, I mean, I usually don't really travel that much for shows like this. Like for littler shows that only have a few names there. But I did it. And I regret it. APW let me down. Heath Slater wasn't even there. And then not only that, just trying to get the show hyped up just a little more, they talk about a special guest showing up. I have the post right here on the screen, but not only that, they reposted it again and hyped it up even more, talking about a surprise guest. I show up, there's no Heath Slater, and there is no surprise guest. What a freaking letdown. And you may think, oh, they got to the show, Heath Slater could be late or something like that. No, we had no idea. This was supposed to be the main event of the evening. They've been hyping this match up for at least 3 weeks. I've been seeing this on my Facebook feed for 3 weeks. And I show up to the show, I'm like, okay, I don't see Heath around here, but he'll be in the main event. He might come do meet and greets after the show. No, he's not even there. And so you may think that they might have had a Facebook post about this, and I just didn't know. No, the latest Facebook post they have is talking about this special guest, which was 10 hours ago. If you look at all their posts, they're just hyping up, oh yeah, come out here, see Heath Slater, Boiling Springs. This could be best show of the year and all this junk. No, it's all lies. I show up, there's no Heath Slater, there's no special guest, and there's not a single match that I can grade over a B of a rating. That's sad. That is very, very sad. There was one B rating match, and the rest is B minus and lower, and really, that's being generous. Now, I've came to an APW show before, and last time I had a good experience. They didn't have any big name, I guess, to rely on or anything like that. But last time the Allen brothers, Justin Kindred Allen and the rest, I think there's 4 brothers, they kind of ran the whole show. I mean, they had so many matches on the card just between their family. But now from what I understand, Justin Kindred Allen isn't even working with APW anymore. I don't know if they got into it or whatever, but the Allen brothers are no longer associated, which I guess they clearly carried the show because now it's not even, I don't know what was going on. But, I mean, even if the show was horrible, if Heath Slater popped up, the show was pretty good. I mean, I would give you guys honest that some of the matches were bad, but I wouldn't be hating on the show like I am right now. I'm just very irritated about Heath Slater. If something bad is going on, let your fans know so they know that, oh, he's not going to make it. Because if that's the only reason why you're coming out, I wouldn't have went. I would not have went. Not at all. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it right here. Honestly, I don't even hate to say it. You won't find me in an APW show again. If they don't have enough consideration to let me know what's happening, who is actually going to be at the show, I mean, you're getting everybody excited for it, and it's just not good. Just not good. You just don't deserve my business to show back up. Go almost an hour out of my way to come to your show, and then it not even be what I paid for. No, but you could say, but what if it was a last-minute thing or all of this? No, we weren't told anything. I mean it. I was sitting there the whole time. They didn't mention Heath Slater's name. If it was a last-minute thing, you could have said during intermission. You could have said before it, I apologize, Heath Slater couldn't make it, or something. But I was left with nothing but disappointment. What a joke. What an absolute joke. All right, but let's try to go to my unbiased match ratings. I got a little heated after this, but I'm gonna try and grade it how I saw it. I was actually taking notes, of course, on the notes app throughout the show. So I'm just gonna go off of what I wrote because I don't want to bring it down or anything, just because of how it ended really bad. First up, Curtis Robinson versus TKO, and I'll give Curtis Robinson his flowers any day. He is a great performer. He can get the crowd hyped up, and this was actually my first time ever seeing TKO, and he was actually pretty good. He was a good heel and everything, and he definitely wasn't bad in the ring. It was a pretty good way to open the show, but I'm going to give it a C+. Nothing too special. Next up, you got Ice Cream Truck. This is just a very fun tag team, very funny and everything. I did like Ice Cream Truck, and they took on Chad Colt and Tyler Storm. I enjoyed the match. I thought really all four guys were pretty good. So I give this match a B-. Next up, I actually forgot to take a picture of the match, but this is Jet Morris and Moonshine Express taking on the Spectacle. And the Spectacle, Caleb Crocker, of course, the leader right there, is very good. He is very talented. I will give him that. He's a very good heel. The crowd hates him. And Dusty Money, a part of Moonshine Express, is very funny. So this was actually pretty good. But this was the ceiling of this show. I give it a B. And it was, like I said, it was pretty good. But it didn't get any better for the rest of the show. All right, next up, it's a lot to follow. There was a lot of stuff happening all at one time. So AJ Frost comes out, then the Spectacle comes out. Caleb Crocker is running his mouth, talking junk to the fans, to AJ Frost, everybody. But Caleb Crocker is accompanied by I think it was literally 5 other dudes. You got these 2 masked men, which I really didn't know anything about. You got Vinnie Valentine. You got the Bronson Reed looking dude. I don't really know his name. I just know he looks like Bronson Reed. But then the 2 masked men, don't know their names, attacked AJ Frost. So then AJ Frost has some backup coming in. He's kind of like a poofy-haired guy. I really don't know who he was either. But he was actually very good. In this match that's coming up, he did very good. So they kind of even it out. Caleb Crocker, Vinnie Valentine, and Bronson Reed looking dude all left. So then it's just the 2 masked men versus AJ Frost and his partner. And just for all that happened, you add on the match, I'll give it a B-. The match itself really wasn't that good. But yeah, it wasn't horrible. And then we had Dion Johnson taking on, don't quote me on this name, but I think they said Ryan Manter. I had never heard of him, seen him or anything, but I'm pretty sure they said Ryan Manter. And this was actually kind of garbage, if I'm being honest. Dion Johnson was a good heel. He had the crowd interacting and booing. He got in people's faces and was yelling at them. But the match itself really was horrible. Honestly, it wasn't really good at all. So I'm going to actually give this a D+. Now we're on to the horrible, disappointing ending. So all of a sudden, it's like they played a version of the 3-man band music of Heath Slater. It's not exactly the WWE version, but it's like the 3-man band, then with another little twist, I guess. But, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, Heath's definitely here. But then Brino Royce comes out while they're doing that 3-man band music. He's got backup. He's got 3 other dudes with him. And there's it's so hard to explain because I really don't know a lot of their names. But there was this suited guy, and I think his name was Jonathan. He was acting like he had authority or whatever. And so Brino's like, I got the title right here. You got to declare me champion because the rule of the title is if they hold it longer than 40 days. You have to defend it every 40 days. And Heath has held it for 60 and all this. Just talking. And then this Jonathan guy is basically handing over the belt to Brino Royce, declaring him as champion. But then here comes AJ Frost. He's like, no. AJ tells him it's not his title. He doesn't deserve it. He's not champion material. And then they all attack AJ Frost. So then Curtis Robertson comes out and saves the day for AJ Frost. And then they make some match official between the two teams next week. But really, at this point, I didn't care. I kind of tuned half of it out. I'm just looking at my dad. I'm like, where in the world is Heath Slater? This is who I paid to see. I bought a major bendy because of this. I traveled almost an hour because of this. Where is he at? Yeah, not here. Absolutely ridiculous. I want to see if Heath Slater posts something later talking about what happened, why he wasn't there. But supposedly, just over like hearing different people talk, I believe there was a fight backstage. I'm not saying it was a fist fight, but somebody wasn't getting along. What's the possibilities that it's the runner of the place, AJ Frost, and Heath Slater? I'm just going to have a little personal philosophy. I know that AJ Frost and APW are known for maybe not always fully paying their wrestlers. Not trying to start conspiracy theories or anything like that. Don't like doing any of that. I'm just going to do what I've heard. And then Heath Slater. What if they couldn't pay Heath Slater? Heath Slater's not going to work for free, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't work for free either. So maybe that is a possibility, but I don't care. Honestly, I could care less what happened back there. None of my business. Right? No, I don't really care. But at the very least, all they could do is just say, I'm sorry, he couldn't make it, and then I wouldn't be mad right now. But no, they decided to lie to the fans, hype up him being there and him not even being there, and still advertising him 13 hours before the show starts, the same exact day. That's crazy. That's why I personally think it's not like that he missed a flight or anything, because it was the day of. So that's why I believe he probably came to the show and ended up leaving. Very dumb. Like I said, won't return to APW ever again. So yeah, there it is. I'm sorry for just kind of complaining the whole time. I hate making negative videos like this where it's all just negative. But I wasn't going to hop on here and say, oh, I feel bad that they weren't able to get him in here and all this. No, I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you my opinion. I'm going to say the truth. That's just how it is. Not happy at all, like I said. So sorry for the rant and all that. Just talking negative for 12 minutes straight. But I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you all for watching this video. And I guess the end of this video is life lesson, don't go to APW.